A Tom and Jerry cartoon where Tom barely features is certainly a very interesting thing. That doesn't mean that Jerry is without problems, though. Mouse in Manhattan is a 1945 MGM cartoon directed by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera with a story by Jerry Mann. And Jerry is fed up of living in the country, so he leaves Tom a note saying that he's going off to the city. The city, of course, being Manhattan. And it starts out really nice. He's exploring the city, and we get to see these beautiful animated landscapes, and everything's gorgeous and everything's going well. And then suddenly Jerry begins to encounter problems, and he realizes that the grass might not necessarily be greener on the other side. I really like this a lot. I like how it shows the contrast between city living and country living, because I think most of us at one point, whether you live in one or the other, feel like life would be better if you lived in the other place. It would be quieter if you lived in the country, you'd have more opportunities if you lived in the city. And it's an interesting, or can spark an interesting conversation about whether or not the grass is greener in the other location. For Jerry, he certainly encountered some interesting problems that allowed him to explore a lot of the city. We did get to see a lot of, as it were, Manhattan, and we encounter some other feisty felines because there are cats in the city as well, and the cats are quite different actually. I really enjoyed it. It was there were a few moments where I didn't like it as much as if Tom had been there. I felt like it was maybe missing something with the mostly absence of Tom, but it was a nice change of pace. As a one-off, having Jerry doing his own thing and encountering problems of a different kind, it's refreshing. It's nice. I wouldn't like it on an ongoing basis, but Mouse in Manhattan as a one-off is pretty good fun. If you're a fan of Tom and Jerry and you haven't seen it, absolutely give it a watch.